Hey you guys, what's up? This is the Anime Blaze coming to you with another video, and welcome to my 50 subscriber Q&A special. Now, in this video, I'm not gonna divide it into parts because I just want to get it done in one huge swoop. Hopefully it won't go on too long, but let's get on with these questions. All right, so first question, the first person to ask me some questions was hard to make a username to, or the anime hero, as most people call him. His first question is, since when have you been an anime fan? Well, from as far as I can remember, that's pretty much, as far as I can remember, I've been an anime fan. Um, I'm thinking maybe since I was like 10, 10, 11. So it's been like 6 or 7 years that I've been an anime fan. Uh, I mean, I would have said back even farther, but I didn't even know what anime was until then. Like when I started paying a lot more attention to like Toonami when they were playing Naruto and all that at one point in time, and that's when I really started paying attention to what the whole genre of anime was all about. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I would say Pokemon, but I didn't exactly know it. I didn't even know that was anime. I don't think any of us actually knew that. But yeah. His second question is, what made you begin a channel? Now, first thing that made me start a channel on YouTube was I saw different people on YouTube talking about different animes and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, maybe I could, talk to these guys about different anime stuff and get some different opinions on different shows and stuff that I should watch. Um, yeah, get some opinions on different stuff I should watch. That's how it originally started, with me making a channel on YouTube. Second thing that happened was I started becoming more interested in people reviewing anime and everything. So, and I started developing opinions about different shows and everything. And it's like in a way, it's like you can talk with certain people about different animes and everything, but you can only talk about it to like a certain point. You can't actually go too in depth with them. You can only give them like the general idea of what the show's about. So I thought, reviewing an anime show, I could go all out, go all into detail, go into all the detail that I wanted, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Because in a review, that's basically what you want to do. That's the premise of a review, to give the basic synopsis of a show, the good, the bad, all the details, pretty much. Uh, And third was, I really just wanted to talk to different people about anime and just get my voice heard out there. Um, you know, you can only do so much without making videos. So, when you actually start making videos on YouTube and everything, um, that's when you start noticing a lot of people paying attention to you, hence where I am now, because of that. His third question is, if you could make your own anime, movie, or comic, what would it be about? Now, I haven't actually thought too much about well, I did think about making an anime a long ways back, but I kind of drifted off on that. I mean, I'm still drawing some of it. I mean, it's like primitive drawings, like cave drawings or something, like popsicle figures. But I'm still working on it. Maybe get somebody else to draw it for me, because I'm basically just like drawing storyboards, I guess you could say. Um, I don't exactly know too much of what I would make my story be about, because I like writing and everything, so I'm thinking about like maybe publishing a book or something like that. But the basic premise that I try to keep for most stories, or the ones that I really want to have, and like most of my stories or something, is a story about darkness versus light. I always love stories about that because it's like, I mean, it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts in the way of like, it's kind of cliche, but if you can do it and pull it off well, the storyline, the way it's supposed to sound, the way it sounds anyway, you can actually have a successful story on your hands there. And so that's the basic premise of what I like to keep my stories, comics, um, all that stuff in light versus dark. that sort of thing. Now, the next person to ask me a question was Adam A. Green. His first question is, "What got you into anime?" Well, for me, it's kind of hard to remember what exactly got me into anime. I mean, there's the fact of like, word of mouth. My brother kept talking about different stuff about anime related stuff. He's not as much into anime as he was a long time ago. He's more into comic book stuff now. But he told me about different animes and stuff. Like we used to watch Dragon Ball Z and stuff all the time, and all that stuff. That and some classic old other stuff like Sailor Moon and all that stuff. I don't remember too much of Sailor Moon, but yeah, everyone remembers Dragon Ball Z. But we used to watch shows like that, and I guess you could say that's pretty much what got me into it. And after that little trip down memory lane, I pretty much started watching it for myself and started seeing different genres of shows, and that it wasn't all just about action, like blood and gore, or like fist fights, 1,000 miles per hour punches, combos, and all that stuff. So yeah. Um, what's his second question is, what is my favorite cyberpunk anime? I know why he's asking this question too. I definitely know why he's asking this question. Reason is I always say that Ghost in the Shell is my favorite cyberpunk anime of all time, but just recently, this not too long ago, this movie came out, Marduk Scramble. So I don't know if I can get this in the picture, but I don't know. This one is more recent and it has a lot of the stuff that this movie has, but it's like 10 times better, especially with the bridges and everything like that, and the whole green shaded thing with the bridges going over the city and everything like that. I mean, it's amazing. So, it's hard for me to pick. I would pick Ghost in the Shell any other day, but Marduk Scramble is more current and up to date and all that stuff. And then again, there's even the facts of like Armitage 3. I haven't seen that yet, so just trying to put that into play is even harder to try to figure out what's my favorite cyberpunk. But I don't know. I'd probably say Ghost in the Shell, if anything. Um, his third question that he asked me, what are my favorite anime genres? One of them is cyberpunk, as you already know. Sci-fi, not just cyberpunk, because cyberpunk is sci-fi, but the whole general idea of sci-fi. And then steampunk, which pretty much is like steampunk is freaking amazing. It's one of the most distinct anime genres I've ever seen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Last Exile. Next, we got supernatural, horror, and psychological thriller and action. Psychological thriller and horror and supernatural, sometimes those kind of tie into the same genres, but not all the time. The next person that asked me some questions was Sasuke Draken FD. His first question he asked me is, what are my top 10 anime shows? Now, at first I was gonna say, I have a video, and I was like, maybe I don't know. Then I went back and looked at my list. I was like, nah, some of these got to go. So I changed up my list again, and now it's more accurate than what it was. Um, my 10 favorite anime shows are Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, High School of the Dead, Shiki, Kiba, um, Mega Man Star Force, Noir, Hell Girl, Serial Experiments Lane, Bobobo, or just Bobobo. I mean, trust me, you'll know what I'm talking about if you look it up. And Romeo X Juliet. Um, yeah, those are all pretty good shows. In my book, they are. Um, his second question that he asked me was, what are your thoughts on the summer anime season from what's been announced? To be honest, I haven't been paying attention to too much of the anime shows that have been um, coming out recently. If you had got me during like 2010, summer 2010, I would have been all over the place. I would have noticed a whole bunch of anime shows coming out then. Shiki, High School of the Dead, Dance in the Vampire Bund, all that good stuff. Uh, but now I haven't even paid attention. There haven't been too many anime shows now that have been that have stuck out to me to where I've actually paid attention to the summer anime lineup. Um, yeah, I mean, if you could recommend some, if you could show me or just name off a few that have been announced for this summer, I'll be more than happy to check to take a look at them because I haven't been paying attention too much of it. I mean, with me, I just watch whatever comes to mind, whatever I feel like watching, I'll check it out. But if unless it was like summer 2010, again, High School of the Dead, Shiki, Gossick, all that stuff, then I probably wasn't watching it. Um, and your third question, I will get back to you on that one. But I'm kind of busy at the moment with another group, but I'll get back to you on that one. TNGU1P. I already know what this is going to be. One Piece. He says, "Hey man, you should do a first impressions on the most popular series, One Piece." And I think I might have skipped around, but I believe that he basically said that I should do a review of the first impressions of the first 50 episodes of One Piece. Uh, yeah, I haven't watched. I mean, I pretty much said that I'm not watching the big three until all three of them end. That's just me. I mean, I would watch them right in the middle of it, but I don't want to just skip around. I mean, I'm pretty antsy with shows like that. And for me, most of the time, the first impressions comes from like one or two episodes. If not one or two, then maybe at least the first 5 episodes of a series. Um, 50 episodes is a lot for our first impressions. That's just me. And then, then again, I did do like, I watched like the first 12 episodes of Fairy Tail in order to do first impressions of that. But that's because I just started watching one episode after another. So who knows? Maybe I might actually do the same with One Piece. But right now, I don't think I want to right now. Maybe some other time. Um, Reverse Blade Bankai asked me, "Who is your favorite anime character?" Well, for me, that's a three-way tie. It's a three-way tie between Togusa from Ghost in the Shell, because you can really relate to his character on the show. Um, I Enma or Hellgirl from the Hellgirl series, because a lot of the stuff that she went through, she's trying to suppress it during her time as being the Hellgirl and all that stuff, and trying not to let it get in the way of what she's doing now. And the third one is Vincent Law from what was it? From Ergo Proxy, because I don't know, something about his character just stood out to me. That and I loved the voice actor. The voice actor was freaking amazing. I think it was Liam O'Brien. He's definitely one of my favorite voice actors. Um, yeah, and his second question that he asked me was a show that is not popular that I would suggest. Basquash, hands down. No other anime show I could recommend to you except for maybe Michiko to Hatchin, but I mean that show takes place in Brazil, so that's pretty unique. But for me, I'm definitely going to go with Basquash on this one, um, just for the fact that it stands out in so many ways. One, the music. Two, the whole genre of the show. It's mechs, but they're not just in mechs. They're playing basketball in mechs. That's amazing. I haven't seen anything like this before, except for maybe IGPX, where they're racing in robots. But that's a completely different subject. His third one that he asked me was if I would sub to him. Already did, bro. Already did. Uh, J. Doof. I hope I don't say this wrong. J. Dufel asked, who are my favorite anime heroes and villains? One of them is Lena Inverse from the Slayers, because, well, she's just crazy. And I mean, it's debatable whether or not she's like a complete hero or not, because most of the time she'll only do stuff if it involves something with her, like if there's some kind of reward in it for her, or if it's something that really intrigues her. There's only a rare occasion that you'll ever see Lena Inverse actually do something from the kindness of her heart, ever. My second favorite anime hero is Zed from Kiba, just because he goes through so much. He makes like a transformation from being like this cold loner type, but not really a loner. He's more of a delinquent and kind of misunderstood on so many levels. And one thing that's besides the point with that, him being a delinquent, is that he just doesn't want anyone to understand him in a way. He's trying to force people not to understand him. Like he's trying to close himself in a little bit. Uh, that's what I think. As far as villains go, Hugh from Cuba. I mean, he, he's like strategic, very, very strategic. Um, I don't like this guy. He he's trying to get all of the key spirits in the show in order to take over the world in a way. There's a legend in the show that whoever has all of the key spirits can becomes the savior or something like that, who can either save the world or destroy it, and in which we pretty much already know what his agenda is. Another one is Friday. Another one of my favorite villains is Friday Monday from Madlax because he encompasses kind of like so many different ideals. I mean, not really ideals, but the way that he's trying to do, the thing that he's trying to do is pretty much he's trying to throw the world into chaos, not into. He's not really strategic, but he has connections with people behind the scenes. The show is supernatural, so he has supernatural effects with different contacts. One minute you'll be doing something, and before you know, he'll have somebody in the same taxi car as you getting ready to take off, and it's like you'll forget everything that you just did, and before you know it, something will go wrong, and then you'll just disappear. Not disappear as in like disappear from existence. You'll just like cease to exist. Your personality will disappear. You'll know your body will still be there, but you'll no longer be yourself. And my other favorite villains are the anti-spirals from Gurren Lagann because, well, they're just weird and powerful. Second question that he asked me what is the best written manga that you have ever read? Um, to be quite honest, that is like the toughest question that I've ever had because there's so many of the like greatest manga I've ever read. Um, but I pretty much lowered it down to like three: Biomega, Parasite, and Tomie. And if I had to choose one out of all three of those, I would go with Biomega. There's to me there's like no manga that is either sci-fi, horror based, or anything like that that can even compare to Biomega, and the artwork is freaking amazing. You have to read it. And if you don't like that, you can check out Parasite. The artwork's a little dated, but it's still good. Same thing with Tomie. And the third question he asked me is, who do I think is the better villain? Mikoto Shishio or Shinobu Sensui? Shishio is from Rurouni Kenshin, and Sensui is from Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'm gonna have to be a little bit honest with you. I have, as far as I can tell back in my memory, I have never seen Rurouni Kenshin. I know where the heck have I been? I've never seen Rurouni Kenshin ever. And I have seen Yu Yu Hakusho, but I don't remember too much from it. I haven't seen it in like years. I mean, it's vague. It's very vague, um, and I don't remember too much. And so I can't exactly pick. I'm sorry, but I am gonna probably most likely be watching Rurouni Kenshin's. Maybe not sometime, not maybe not anytime soon, but I will be watching it. I have a little project coming up sometime soon that I might be doing where I'm watching classic anime shows that I've never even seen before. So yeah, that'll probably go pretty cool. That'll probably go pretty good. Um, the last person to ask me some questions was my good friend, the anime reviewer. His first question he asked me is, what is my favorite anime of all time? Ghost in the Shell. I can't think of anything else. Second question he asked me is, what is my favorite anime intro? Well, while I haven't seen too many of the episodes in the whole entire show, except for maybe three, I'll have to go. It's a tie between the first intro of Future Diary and the first opening for Witchblade. Both awesome rock songs, which I like. Not too bad. And the third question he asked me is, if I could have any anime go on forever, what anime would it be? Well, to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't have any anime show go on forever, considering that after a while, people could actually start running out of ideas. I mean, I would use one of the big three as an example, but they're still pretty good. They're going strong and everything. But in my opinion, I don't think any anime show should go on forever because eventually people will start to get tired of it, and the creators of the show will most likely sometime eventually run out of ideas for the show, and the show will just go kaput. Nobody will want to watch it anymore, and that'll be the end of that. I mean, I would say Pokemon, but we all know where that show's going. That show's still going. I mean, who knows when that show will end? No one. But yeah, I don't think any anime show should go on forever. Period. Because then it'll start to get terrible. But yeah, that's the end of my Q&A special. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. Leaving questions, subscribing, checking out my videos. I started back in like December, but it's been a fun ride up to this point, and I'm still going to keep going. So yeah, keep watching my vids, keep subscribing, and I'll keep putting out more videos, good quality videos. So yeah, this is Anime Blaze saying I'll see you guys later when I come back with 100 subs. Alright, catch you guys later.